So in this video we are going to discuss osmosis and osmotic pressure. When it comes to osmosis, we define osmosis as the process of flow of solvent solvent across a semi-permeable membrane from low concentration area to high concentration area. So, or you can say from low concentration to high concentration. So this flow of solvent particle is actually termed as osmosis. Let us understand the osmosis and osmotic pressure using a simple example. Let us say that there are two containers connected via a tube like this. So this particular passage has a semi-permeable membrane here, SPM. Generally, semi-permeable membranes are cellophane, parchment paper, or animal bladder. So these are the substances which we use for semi-permeable membrane, and we consider that this side is actually the solution. So this is solution, and this side is solvent. Okay, this side is solvent. The pressure being applied on this surface of the solvent is actually atmospheric pressure, and because there is a semi-permeable membrane and there is a higher concentration of solute here, because obviously solvent will not have any solute, solution has the solute, so concentration of solution will be more here. Basically solute concentration is there. So what happens, the solvent particles move from the container A to container B. So solvent particles move from container A to container B. So in that way what happens, the water level rises here in the compartment B. Now imagine we apply a piston here, we keep a piston here and apply suitable pressure. Already PATM is there, we apply suitable pressure pi such that this movement of solvent particle stops. So it is possible to prevent this osmosis by applying suitable pressure. So rate of movement of solvent particles from A to B becomes same as that of rate of movement of solvent particles from B to A. So because this rate of movement of solvent particles becomes equal, there is no net movement of solvent from A to B. So when I apply a suitable pressure, I essentially stop the movement of solvent particle. So this pressure which just stops the movement of solvent particle through semi-permeable membrane is actually called as osmotic pressure. So osmotic pressure of a solution is the excess pressure that must be applied to a solution in order to prevent osmosis. Osmosis is called osmotic pressure. So that is called osmotic pressure. Now it is found that this osmotic pressure, the additional pressure which we will have to add for stopping the process of osmosis, is dependent on the concentration of the solution. So it is found experimentally that the osmotic pressure pi depends directly on concentration, that is molarity, and temperature. So we can write pi is equal to CRT, where R is actually the constant of proportionality, that is universal gas constant. So R is nothing but universal gas constant with same values. Of course we use suitable value here, and C is nothing but the molarity. So we can easily write pi as pi is equal to number of moles of solute divided by volume of solution into R into T. So from this I can relate the number of moles to molecular mass of solute and weight of the solute. So pi is equal to W2 RT divided by M2 into V. So this gives us the equation which can be used to calculate molar mass of the solute if we want, or we can also calculate the osmotic pressure of the solution. Now this formula also enables us to find out the quantity of solute needed to attain certain osmotic pressure. So this is another method of determining molar mass of the solute. It is extensively used for finding molar mass of proteins and polymers and newly obtained organic compounds. And in general its unit will be atm or bar, or it can be Pascal, etc., depending upon the units which we use for R and other quantities here.